Hi, thank you for joining me. Today I'd like to cover a few items that are popular for making specialty oils. First I will tell you what not to use. Do not use any of these that the dried herbs that say they're blended or mixtures. They make great combinations for cooking. This one is garlic and herb, and this is some Italian seasoning. They are great for cooking, but they are not good for making your specialty oils. Now this one has marjoram, thyme, rosemary, savory, sage, oregano, and basil. You may not need all of these in the specialty oils that you're trying to create. And the one thing about this is that may be all the ingredients that are in here, true enough, but you do not know what the percentages of each item are. You may assume that they are all equal, but they may not be. And the amount of each item plays a great deal on the properties that are absorbed in the oils. This one starts out with salt and then says spices, and then it has a lot of preservatives and other additives that are in it, and so you don't want that. You want to be able to be as much in control or have the greatest amount of control over the properties that the oil contains. And to do that, you want to know exactly what you're putting in the oil and the amounts. Now, you can have, these are popular items. You can handpick your own items, or you can purchase them. This is rosemary. Very, 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 very popular item. Very strong. These come a nice little sprig of like branches. They can be fresh. This is a few years old and it is still extremely strong, as if I just dried it. The properties that you will be working with as far as these are concerned will depend on your belief or your background. This is star anise, and it is really, really favorite for working with the different types of senses. It's some type of a star, you would say, has like 8 points to it. Very strong. It also contains seeds. When you're dealing with, people like to use that. One good thing, people like to use that when they're doing any type of working such as these, anything dealing with intuition, psychic abilities, sight, that is used. But again, it will depend on your background and your beliefs. There are several books on the market that give you metaphysical properties of the different herbs, and it is based on the person's belief or their background. So I generally try not to give you too much of that type of information. Is when I'm blending oils or especially oil, I may tell you the purpose that I'm blending it for, and I generally show you the amount of each ingredient that I'm putting in there, and that is the intent that I place upon that. So again, there are many books out there based on your belief and your background. You want to choose one to use and then just kind of stick with that. These are, this is dried sage. This is what it looks like. And you normally use this for cleansing, clearing your atmosphere, your environment. And it is lit, burned. Part of it is burned. And you use it as a smudge stick, as they say, a bundle. And this is ground sage. You can use either or. It's kind of dusty. If I have a particular ritual that I'm doing or something that I'm doing, and I have an incense, you can actually place this within certain incense that you're already burning, or you can use the charcoal. There's a charcoal that comes in different sizes, and I know there's a really nice round flat disc type that you can place this on top of and use that. Work the same way. Either or, it's up to you what you find, what you like. These go really well in the oils and they will mix right on in. These are whole cloves, very strong, the same kind that you actually cook with. These are the same seasonings, or herbs as they call them. You can use it whole, or you can use the powder form. These work really well if you're engaged in burning incense. Really good. Cloves, cinnamon, allspice are used. The properties for them are used for oils or intentions involving money, businesses. One extremely, two more of the really extremely popular ones are black pepper, which of course I won't open this again because I really started sneezing really bad. So the black pepper, this is plain ordinary. You can use peppercorn. That's the same thing. There's white pepper and there's black pepper, and they have their uses. But you can use the peppercorn, or you can just use the ground pepper. This depends on you. This, every time I open it, I go to sneezing really bad, so I'm not going to uncap that again. Then, of course, we have these are mustard seeds, and it depends on your faith. A lot of people with a background in Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism tend to put a lot into the mustard seed, especially when it's concerning faith. And so there's a use for every herb that you may be able to find. Just remember, it's up to you. All of these will fit really nicely in the bottles. The problem you have with some items, such as the star anise, it is not going to fit in that bottle. No matter what you do, you will have to break this and put it in there, which you can do that. You can take these and break them and insert them down in the bottle. But if it's something that you don't want to break this, and you want it to just sit in there and, draw the essence from that, but you want to keep the star intact, then you will need to find a bottle that has a larger opening here. If you cannot find a bottle with a large enough opening, then you can use a jar. A jar will work to put all your ingredients in there and mix it up, and then you can pour it out and drain it. Like I said in one of my previous videos, use the cheesecloth and it will strain all of the ingredients out, and you'll end up with just the clear or the oil. Even this container now, this is glass, and if I wanted to make a bottle of oil and I was going to need a large amount, say this, about this much, it has a room at the top. All I would need to do is pop this plastic cap off here. Once I pop that off, I will be able to drop almost anything good size. This is a size that will fit in there because the diameter of the opening would be large enough once this plastic rim is pulled off. So you can do that, or you can just get like a wide mouth jar. Tell you something that comes in really handy: baby food jars. They're not very large, but the rim is open enough that it will be able to fit large size pieces in there. This is for this sage. The sage is really good for for the cleansing or the clearing. You can break off some pieces of this and drop it. These are skinny and they're stick-like, so they would fit into almost any size container opening that you would have. So take the time and look at some of the books out there. If you do not have a background in specialty oils, they have oils. Some stores have oils already mixed up for purposes. But if you like to have more control over your oils and the intents behind them, then you can mix your own oil and just add simple herbs out of your cupboard. They will work just as well as having to being able to go out and pick your own fresh herbs and letting them dry. Thank you for joining me. Until next time.